Call Me Carson is innocent. If you do enjoy this video, consider hitting subscribe. We actually gained 500 subscribers in the past week, and if you are part of the 90% who aren't subscribed, make sure you do and join the 10k club. So Call Me Carson has been in a lot of controversy recently in regards to the messages and the unsolicited nudes he's been sending to these girls. However, some new information has resurfaced which paints the whole situation in a different light, and even paints Sam, who, in case you didn't know, was the main accuser against Carson. Now, all of this is information that I've gathered. Form your own opinion. I personally still think that Call Me Carson should be held accountable because a lot of these girls were minors in the majority states. But let's jump straight into some of the facts. So first off, Carson lives in Indiana, and in Indiana, the age of consent is 16. So if someone is 16 or older, they can consent. Now, Carson obviously at the time was 19, and the girl who he was speaking to, who goes by Sam on Twitter, was 17. Now, they both live in Indiana, and that meant that it was consensual. So when you throw around these terms that he's a paedophile, it's just not true. And in fact, those things definitely should be kept away from this whole alleged sexual assault that went on with Carson. Now, some new messages from Carson, and they kind of just give you a different idea of everything that had gone on. Call me Carson. Yeah, I feel you. Just hit me up next time you're horny. I'll leave it up to you for when we do sexual stuff. I will, but I've been falling asleep mad early lately, so maybe we can call tonight and just talk? Carson, about what? Whatever. Keep getting to know each other maybe. Carson, effing hell. I want to, but it's a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared getting your hopes up for something. I'm willing to try, but it's such a bad idea. But so is sexting you. F. I mean, we could just try. Then some more messages. Yeah, and it was amazing. I'm not going to act like I don't want that. I wanted to. I don't regret it. Man, I want more now. I just don't know what's going on between us. Yeah, it's weird. Very. It doesn't help that I'm effing plague and don't know how to stop. We both say one thing and do the opposite. So I just want to highlight some things in this message. First off, she says, I wanted to, I don't regret it. So straight away, everything that has been going on between them, the messages that were exchanged, the nudes that were exchanged, were fully consensual. Carson in this situation is actually saying, I feel bad, we should definitely stop. And she's saying, no, I don't want to stop. I'm happy, I'm fully consenting to this situation. The only thing that does worry me in this is Carson calling himself a plague and that he doesn't know how to stop, which kind of leads him to be like a sexual deviant, that he cannot control his urge, like it's some sort of devil that's trying to rip out of him. And that definitely makes me uneasy with this whole situation. However, the main point of this video, and we have to keep it to the facts when it comes to this sort of serious allegations, is that it is fully consensual. Some more messages. Carson, it's all so sexually charged. I can't help it. You're just a turn on for me. We are both in the same boat, man. Carson, we should add back on Snap. What do you think? So here, Carson is clearly saying it's just too sexual. He cannot help it. It's an urge that he just has to kind of fulfill. And she is saying they're both in the same boat. So she is also just as sexually charged as Carson. And the messages are the same. It's a 50-50 split. However, what kind of tilts the scales for me is, number one, back in 2019, Carson had around 100,000 subscribers. So he wasn't as big as what he is now. However, he was still a kind of relatively big presence online. So this meant that he wasn't taking advantage of her in terms of manipulating her. However, it is the equivalent of taking advantage, because a lot of this, he's playing the victim. He's playing it very smart. He's someone who was obviously being looked up to by this person, and he's going, look, the ball is in your hands, you decide the next move. However, I would love to, but I just cannot be the person to say that. And obviously, if someone that you look up to is saying that, you're going to 100% want to go for it, and you're going to want to. You know nothing better. Whereas Carson is definitely being manipulative in these messages. So 100% he is in the wrong, and he knows that. However, to say that this wasn't consensual is definitely false. Now, one thing I just want to break down is I've been looking on Twitter a lot, and a lot of people are saying that he could get away with this because of the Romeo and Juliet laws. The Romeo and Juliet laws are only found in certain states, And where Carson is isn't one of them. Even California isn't one of them. So that law just does not apply to any of this whatsoever, and that is a law that definitely cannot protect him during this situation. Now, someone on Twitter actually put something that I definitely want to highlight, and it's something that I believe as well. So it's around the whole grooming thing. Did he groom her? Well, people don't factor in the fact that she was a fan, and though his following had nothing to do with it, grooming doesn't only have to do with age. Plus, the messages he was sending to her by saying, I shouldn't be doing this because you're so young, and then continuing is literally grooming. How are people defending that? It's exactly what I've just said. It is definitely grooming, and what the whole situation, he should definitely face some sort of consequence. I don't think he should be an influencer anymore. I think that whole kind of path for him in his life should definitely be burnt. He's burnt that bridge when he was speaking to these minors. However, he did not take advantage. He did not do this without anyone's consent. This was fully consensual. Let me know what you think about the video, comment down below, and I'll be sure to reply to all of you as much as I can. Thank you for the support recently. It's been bitter. Stay safe, everyone, and peace.